right, guys. Thanks for tuning into Billiard Breakdown tonight. We've got Kirk Foley, the number 6 ranked player. I have to update his profile with that, but he is the number 6 ranked player in the top 15 players list in Rochester, New York. Taking on the Viking, Nick Coppola, who is the number 8 ranked player in the top 15 players list in Rochester, New York. This is going to be a race to 3 in 1 pocket pool. Kirk Foley is going to start us off with the break. I've labeled the left and the right pockets for you all, so you can tell which pocket both players need to shoot into. The Viking has the left corner pocket, Captain Kirk with the right corner pocket. For anyone unfamiliar with the game of 1 pocket, the first person to shoot 8 balls into their pocket wins. If a ball drops into any other pocket, it gets spotted. The Viking with a bank attempt on the 8 ball. Closer than what you might think. Kirk Foley just trying to stick that cue ball onto that cluster. Great speed by the Viking. Really nice shot. Kirk Foley is able to see that 11 ball directly on, though, to remove it from the Vikings' pocket. Kirk may be considering shooting the 7 ball, but it's a very high-risk, low-reward shot. And look at this. That's as good as it gets as far as the lead goes. Well done. Kirk Foley breaks out the rack just a little bit. The Viking unable to have a clear view of the 7 and the 13 near Kirk's pocket.
could be in for a long rack of one pocket right here to start us off.
We've got drone shots in the live chat. Says Nick is going to win this. Why do you think that, drone shots? What gives it away for you? The Viking attempts a bank on the 7, nearly gets it. 7 wobbles out of that corner pocket. Kirk with the chance. He removes the ball and ends up pretty good. The Viking without a shot into his corner. Does not seem like the 10 goes. Drone shots in the live chat says, I think the Viking is going to defeat Captain Kirk because I think Kirk Foley drinks too much. LOL. Dang, drone shots. How do you know Kirk Foley's drinking habits? You been around? We have a live poll in the live chat that our viewers can vote on. 100% in favor of the Viking to start us off. Drone shots in the live chat says, oh yeah, happy birthday, Mike. Thank you very much, Jody. Appreciate it very much. It was a good one. Lots of alcohol. For my birthday, I really just mostly spent time with my wife. It was a good time. And no early points to start us off. We're in it for the long haul tonight. And that is going to be an early foul, I believe, for Kirk. Kirk Foley to start off with -1. That's going to be an inconvenience.
And both games hair short.
Drone Shots, if I recall, is a very avid one-pocket player. I think that's your favorite game, am I right? Yeah, first person to get a good setup on any shot into their pocket should be able to string together at least 4, maybe 5. The Viking left with the bank. Seems to be going for the 10 ball. Fantastic pot by the Viking. Scores 1 to -1. Drone Shots in the live chat says, I like to play one pocket, but not too many people do, besides a bunch of old guys. True, that seems to be the pattern I've seen as well. Do you fall under the old guy category? Drone Shots says he's almost 60. You do qualify for being an old guy. Drone Shots in the live chat asks, how old is Ron Cosanzio, the champ of Rochester, New York? I think Ronnie's over 60. And Kirk Foley is going to leave the Viking with a relatively easy shot on the 8 ball. Position onto a follow-up shot is quite difficult, though. He may have to just settle for the pot and then possibly shoot the bank on the 11. Viking says to himself, that was really off. Kirk Foley with a cross corner bank on the 11. The double kiss may be there. Let's take a look. Seems like it. Kirk settles for just knocking that 11 out of there. really ugly rack here. Drone Shots in the live chat says, have you ever heard of Roland Orlando Keys? He's a very good one pocket player, and he's 80 years old. Never heard of him. To be honest, I don't follow one pocket much. I barely already follow any 9, 10, or 8 ball. So can't say I know him. But the fact that he's still a top-tier player at 80 years old is quite the accomplishment. I can still see the champ Ron Costanzo shooting at a very high level at 80 years old. Kirk Foley focusing on just bringing that cue ball back closer to us. Very tedious game here with all the balls bunched up on the far side of the table. I might need a drink. Risky play by Kirk, but nothing bad happens as a result. The Viking looking at this bank on, I believe, is the 15 ball. What a shot. What a shot by the Viking. Well played. Great bank by the Viking. Scores 3 to -1. When we get a chance, we'll take a look one more time at that bank shot made by the Viking on the 15 ball. Excellent. Kirk Foley attempts a double bank, and he leaves the Viking with a bank of his own. He just needs to avoid the scratching into the side pocket there. Ideally, he would like to hit just under that right side pocket and have the cue ball land towards the cluster on the left far side of the table. That is very good. Well done to the Viking. He protects the 5 ball. Great shot. Kirk Foley just trying to inconvenience the Viking here. Looks like the Viking is perfectly happy playing the slow game. Real nice shot there. Curious to see if the Viking plans on leaving Kirk Foley with some sort of bait shot. A low percentage long cut into the right corner pocket so he could have his own opportunity here. And bait it might be. Kirk Foley should go for this, although if he misses, Coppola will be able to pot the 5. And the Viking left with no shot. Well done to Kirk Foley. Played it at a nice speed there. Cue ball sits behind the 13. Good answer by the Viking. Kirk seems to be eyeing the 1 ball. Seems like the cue ball does pass the 4. Tough shot to make here. Let's see how he does. Great pot. Great pot by Kirk Foley there. Not only does he pot the ball, he's got an opportunity to remove this 5 ball. Really a clutch shot there. And Kirk Foley nearly sinks the bank shot on the one. Good attempt.
Didn't open up.
Almost makes it.
No, it didn't open up at all.
The Viking with a back shot on the 5. Misses it by a good amount there. Kirk Foley likely to go for this cross corner bank into the right corner. Tries to combo that ball in. Good attempt. And the Viking is going to leave a shot for Kirk. Can he make position on the one ball?
Come behind. I didn't think there was any way I'd get past it without hitting it. Really? Oh, man.
The Viking says, I didn't think I'd be able to get past the 5 ball without hitting it. And Kirk Foley is going to overroll this cue ball
I know this table's fast.
by a lot. And that is going to be extremely unfortunate for Captain Kirk. He's back to -1. The Viking with ball in hand. He's got a little bit of a tough spot shot here. But he sinks it no problem with position on the 1. Score is 5 to -1 in favor of the Viking. Our live poll in the live chat has 67% of our viewers believing in the Viking, 33% currently siding with Captain Kirk. Good attempt by Nick to get that 11 closer to his corner. Joining me in the live commentary booth is Corey Payne. What's up, Corey?
Not much. How's it going, Mike?
And to this day, I'm not sure if Corey is friends or enemies with Nick Coppola, but hopefully this commentary will help us figure that out.
It might make it muddy the water even worse.
I might be more confused after this.
Yeah. You know, there's always that fine line between friendship and enemies. Right?
Enemies, there is. Well, good thing most of my relationships don't have that fine line. It's very well defined.
Yeah. No, we're good friends, Nick and I. But, you know, never gonna miss out on a chance
to roast him.
or something.
And check this out. It seems like Kirk Foley leaves the 11 ball for the Viking. It's a thin cut, but it's makeable.
Yeah. I mean, Nick's in complete control of this table right now. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's 5-1.
yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take a lot of mistakes on Nick's part for Kirk to get back into this one.
A couple mistakes and a couple scratches, and Kirk Foley should be back into it.
Yeah. It's going to be a long game.
Yeah, it is. And that's actually what I said right from the beginning when I saw all the balls on the far end of the table. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me text Corey Payne.
Yeah, you know, you don't really want to see all the balls going up table until somebody's got a decent lead going on.
Yeah, I mean, even 2-3 balls in, that's enough to start playing the long game.
I think it was 0-0, and they started to
Send them all.
more than 80% of the rack was at the far side of the table.
But the Viking has been taking all the initiative here. He made a really nice bank on the 15 ball. And actually, I'll replay it for you in a second. It was a really clutch shot because it helped really put the pressure on Kirk after taking that 3-0 lead, I believe it was, or a 3-1. But look at this. Good attempt.
Great attempt. This is going to be the story of who can make the tougher banks first.
Yep.
That's pretty much what's going to get left.
Nick seems to be banking well, at least from what we've seen so far. Even in his warm-up, he was banking them well into the side pocket, but unapplicable here.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Not a usable pocket in this game.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Do you? Does the 9 go into the corner for Kirk? Just curious, even though the Vikings at the table.
It definitely looks like it could. It's very hard to tell from this point of view.
Yeah.
I don't
The fact that they're frozen seems to be less likely. What about the 6 for Nick?
I think the whatever that
The 13.
13 ball just cuts off his
right angle?
his cutting spot on it.
Does Kirk have a shot on the 14, you think?
At this angle, it looks like yes. At this angle, it looks like no. So the overhead made it look like yes. That side, I'm assuming not if he went for the combo.
Yeah.
But he could have thought the combo was wired as well. So
But this is actually a great shot. The 14 ball protects the 9. the cue ball, Kirk Foley was able to roll it just the right speed.
Yeah.
But Nick should be able to kick at this 9 and remove it.
Yeah, so he's going to go bottom rail and just push that 9 ball back up table.
Yep. Yeah, that's a shot you don't want to hit too hard. You don't want to catch a ball too thin and then accidentally give your opponent a good shot on something.
Yeah, come up table too far, leaving the bank on the 14.
Yeah, Kirk has been, as the rack progresses, he's taking bigger and bigger risks with his shots, but he kind of needs to. But on the other hand, Nick is likely to end up with something eventually.
Yeah. It looks like he's looking like he's going to bank.
Is that the move, though? I would just kick the 14 out.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like okay. He looked like he looked at it at first. But
Yeah, should be able to kick it out, no problem. Shaking his head about something.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing. There's no real good. Kicking the 14 ball is.
What's wrong with that?
You can always make mistakes if you catch it.
Too thin, you could scratch,
Too
or
thin, you scratch. Too thick, you leave it. Easy for him in his hole.
yeah.
Yep. So he's gonna. Yep. It looks like he's going to bank the ball down and try to just. Yep. Back into the stack.
Interesting choice. Looks like Kirk does have a tough shot here. He does not seem to be completely clear for the 14, so well done to Nick.
He's gonna knock this ball in and leave the cue ball behind the stack. Yep.
Do you know of any, obvious or common things to do when you have a bunch of balls clustered around a corner pocket, like far left?
I'm not that well versed in one pocket. I do play the game. I am far more aggressive than I should be.
Yeah.
And my tables will seldom end up looking like this.
Yeah.
Because I will go for things I have no business going for.
And look at this. Kirk Foley leaves the 6 ball for Nick, although this is a high-pressure shot.
High pressure shot, but if he makes it, the
Yeah.
rack should be over.
But if he misses it, Kirk with a chance to come back. And he misses it. Is he going to leave the 14 for Kirk?
Yes, he is.
The Viking tries to play a two-way shot, rolling that cue ball down to the short rail. Bumps into the 14 instead. Kirk Foley with a chance. The Viking groans. Heavy groan. Got to really push through this. He does very nicely. Overrolls the cue ball by a little, but still a good angle to just kind of stun towards the left for either the 4 or 12. Must make shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on all these shots here. Get a little funny with the cue ball. Like this, you get a little fun with the cue ball.
Yep.
Risk leaving Nick, who only needs 3 balls.
Plus, Kirk needs the bridge now. A little more awkward to stroke at.
Not that he can't make this shot, and I probably wouldn't bet against him making it, but every time you overroll just slightly when you're down a whole bunch, the pressure starts to mount.
Yep. Can Nick knock this 12 ball out from here? I believe he was at -1, and now he's at 0.
So I think you're right, but I don't. Oh, no, he wasn't. He had a ball down in his pocket when he scratched the He had a ball down. He had made the 5 ball, then he scratched on the 1 ball, so they just put the 5 ball immediately up. So he was at even. He was even.
So what's the score now? 1? He's got 1?
Yes. I think it should be a 1. No, 2. Maybe it's 2.
Sorry to the viewers. That's what happens when. Well, I won't say it.
He's at 3 now. I think he just
Kirk's at 3. Nice. And all of a sudden, Kirk Foley is going to be back into this rack. Great shot by Kirk. No way. No way. Kirk Foley with a sick bank to tie it up 5-5. Great shot. Really good shots by Kirk. Let's take a look at that bank on the 3 again. No way. No way. Kirk. Nuts. And the Viking nearly gets it himself. Scores 5-5. Anyone's game after Kirk Foley being down a whole bunch. Drone Shots in the live chat says it's in the hole. It's in the hole. You're right. I didn't see Kirk coming back into this one. That's nuts. Good for Kirk. Jeez.
Yeah, it happens that way a lot. You know, you think you're in complete control of the game, and then one mistake turns into a couple, and then all of a sudden you're looking at an even game with no offensive balls left to play.
Yeah, you know what, though? I feel like the Viking didn't even make too many mistakes. Kirk just hit like a couple back-to-back ridiculous banks. I mean, what's Nick going to do about that?
That's a mistake there.
there it is. The Viking with a good shot on the 7. What's the positional play here, you think?
I think he can just push it off the rail and come back across table. Maybe looks like he's drawn it a little bit.
Do you think he's trying to hold for anything here?
No.
Nope.
The play was to shoot the ball because it's still a tough shot. You're never guaranteed to make it. The play was to shoot the ball, end up on Kirk's pocket side of the table so that he doesn't have a cut if the ball bobbles or hangs.
The score is now 6-5. The Viking back in the lead by 1. Seems the 6 blocks the cross corner bank on the 11 for Kirk.
Definitely preventing him making that bank.
tried to come off the 6.
Oh, wow. Interesting choice by Kirk, trying to bank the 11 to carry him off the 6 into his corner pocket. Really low percentage shot, but he attempted it. Look at this.
Turnover.
Look at this.
Great shot there.
What a shot. That's ridiculous. Score 7-5. The Viking needs one more. He's got a thin cut on the 6, but I don't think he's going to go for it. Let's take a look at that crazy bank by the Viking one more time. Look at this.
Turnover.
Look at this.
Great shot there.
What a shot.
See, I think I don't want to second guess him. He's a far better one pocket player than I am, but I feel like I might have actually shot at the cut because I felt like it's thin enough. You're not gonna put the 6 ball in a bad position, and the cue ball's going up table on Kirk's side, pretty much guaranteed.
Right. Yeah, I think it was although it's a low percentage cut, it's also a good percentage two-way save. Is he going for this back shot on the 6?
It looks like it.
Oh, psych.
Yep, that's it.
Good idea to look at it first. Right? Look from this from the overhead, it looks very doable. Even if you get it close, it should be good enough.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, hanging the ball in the pocket is
Game.
pretty much as good as making it. I mean, Kirk can always scratch and pull a couple up, but that's in hole.
What a cut by the Viking. Really, really well played. Nick Coppola able to win the first game against Captain Kirk, 8-5. Well done in a race to 3.
Yeah, I got to see some pretty good one pocket there at the end. The start of that rack was pretty boring.
It was slow, but got exciting towards the end. Let's take a look at that back shot once again by the Viking.
But that's in hole.
Well done. And the cue ball.
Scratching on the break.
-1 for the Viking. That is just what Kirk needed.
He's happy to see it.
This is
that's
huge.
for sure.
Huge. Now it looks like Nick Coppola is going to have to work to come back into this one now. Although finding a second shot here could be difficult for Kirk.
Yeah, it was.
He doesn't end up with much.
No, it could have worked out better.
But you know, the fact that Nick Coppola broke and this is the result,
Yeah.
it's as good as you could hope for.
Right. Like besides the scratch, it was a decent break for Nick.
Yep.
That corner ball drifted towards Kirk's pocket more than you like to see, but
Yeah, just remove this 7-10 from there. And now it's pretty even. Oh, whoops. Forgot Kirk's 1 point there. Wow. Great attempt.
That's a great try.
You guys better not start shooting everything up table.
It's just about to say, why do I feel like we're going to see another defensive start to a rack?
Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Three balls potted into the side pocket. Good spotted. Okay, we got something here. 15 does go. Do you have to hit this kind of hard to avoid like a risk of double kissing?
You know, I'm real bad at seeing the angles. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to hit that a lot harder to try to shorten that.
Yeah.
So Corey, you've got a match coming up with Jason Rivera. Is that Saturday?
Saturday.
Cool. And Corey Payne is also on our top 15 players list for Rochester's best players. Do you know what Jason Rivera has chosen?
Nope, no idea.
He's chosen straight pull.
Straight pull. For love.
What do you think?
I.
Corey Payne is speechless. And then the Viking gets a double kiss.
Apparently, just how I play.
That's the way the guys usually treat me.
Why are you rolling your eyes?
I wouldn't expect anything different.
It's not my preferred game.
Maybe that's why he chose it. I wonder where he got the intel from.
I don't. So I can't say this without sounding like I have a big ego about this.
No, I want to hear it.
But like, if you think you have a better chance in a game where I can shoot at any ball on the table against me versus, like, if you don't think I know how to pattern out and I don't know how to do that stuff, I just don't enjoy the pace of straight pull.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't play straight pull.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you can shoot. You have no problem shooting.
right. It's just, I don't roll. If it's his favorite game, then that's what it is.
It's not his favorite game.
That's like, try to tell people all the time is you're not. If you don't think you're the favorite, you're not the favorite in any game you're gonna pick, right? Like,
Interesting. Okay, well, let me give you an example of where this may not be true. Just with people from Rochester. Brad is the favorite in bank pool, but he's not the favorite in rotation, typically,
Yeah.
against players around his level in Rochester.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. I can't argue with that one, but Brad's an extreme case, right? Like,
Yeah.
Brad's a guy that strictly plays those games. Like, that's what he practices, that's what he plays.
Right.
Right? All these other guys play 9-ball
Yep.
or 8-ball
True.
all the time.
Yep.
Those are the games you play. Going to another game, I don't.
Well, actually, I believe Jason Rivera is in a straight pool league
like I said,
out of Eastridge.
if it's his go-to game, then it's fine. I understand doing it, right? Like if you're strictly making the choice because you think the other player's gonna falter, it's not the best move to make, in my opinion. You need to play what you're comfortable with. But
fair. Can you tell me if I got the score correct?
I could absolutely not tell you. Nick is still at -1. I still see the coin on his pocket.
All right, so
let's just count the balls on the table.
I think we're right.
13 on the table, so Kirk should have 2. Yep.
A real surprising miss there for Captain Kirk. The Viking seems to have a thin cut on the 14. What a miss. And look at this. What an opportunity for Captain Kirk here. Your reaction to Jason picking straight pool is hilarious. It's a race to 100.
Yeah.
But Captain Kirk
Holy cow.
went from like 5 to -1 to like basically tie game almost.
Not a couple pretty unexpected misses there.
Yeah. I mean that 4-ball should have dropped in Kirk's defense. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that one more time by Kirk Foley. The pool is hilarious. It's a race to 100.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did overcut it.
Yeah.
It is his fault.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I just hate straight pool. I'm not even going to act like I hate straight pool. Like, I don't.
Hey, he chose the right game. I'm not saying he's more or less likely to win. I'm just saying the fact that you're so inconvenienced by the thought of it is.
You're right.
That's the game.
Mean,
when was the last time you played straight pool? How many years ago?
It's actually not been more than a year because I believe his name was Jose. He used to bartend. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he used to cook.
Yeah, he used to cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were playing one night and he wanted to play me a race to 30 in straight pool.
And how'd that go for him?
I won. Not convincingly. He was up.
He was up
27 to. What was he? He was up 27 to. Not a lot. I can't remember.
And then you won?
And then I won.
To 30?
Yeah. I got a little lucky at the end. Like I think I ran like 14 and then saved him a few times and then.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a game where you have to pick and choose when you're going to be patient because, you let up and the fact that you can shoot any ball, it's very easy for these quick swings to happen.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he unfortunately for him, he left me a shot. I was able to run the rack out, and then Yeah,
but people gambling with him and winning, it seems to be a fairly common story.
Unless Jesse finishes before I do, that should be play.
And here we go. Everything once again is up table.
I scored 2-0. Only 2 balls below the center line of the table. We're in for a little bit of a slog here.
Yeah, it's only been an hour.
Which is not bad considering how the ball's laid out in that first rack. That rack could have easily been.
It's been an hour. We got one game in. Bruh.
Yeah.
We have a live poll in the live chat. 80% of our live viewers siding with the Viking. 20% believe in Captain Kirk. That is a good attempt right there. Perfect speed, but comes up a little wide. He gets pretty lucky.
Yeah, he got lucky at 3.5. 14 lined up like that, blocked. Blocked any potable
Yep.
shot. Oh, unless he can he cut the 13? No.
They know what they know what I drink.
I may be on the verge of removing one pocket from an option for this challenge list. What are your thoughts?
You have to do what's best for. I mean, is it? It's for your stream, right? Like you have to do what's best for your stream.
Yeah.
And sitting here for
3 hours.
3 hours, you know.
Plus, no one watches the freaking thing. Like, if this took 3 hours and it drew the same amount as it did for 9-ball, 10-ball, or anything else, okay. Sorry, Drone Shots. Drone Shots is the only viewer I have that likes watching One Pocket.
Yeah.
He comments every time.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste of a pool game. I mean, it's.
Look, and we got a bathroom break. We got a bathroom break.
Well, they've been playing for an hour, yeah.
Bathroom break. Unbelievable. Both of them, too, it seems.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
What's up, Nick?
Still 2 away from needing a spot.
Kirk Foley asking for a spot, it seems.
Till it gets too late? Yeah.
There appears to be no bank for Kirk.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
And there's not going to be a lot for a while.
There's going to be a few ball positioning shots before we see anything offensive getting fired at.
Yep.
Barring a large mistake by one of them.
Yep.
The problem is the way that the clusters spread up there, it just blocks.
You can do almost anything and still be safe.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Them balls up there, probably only 2 of them will be
Most
made.
balls are just not going to be bankable. There's just no aisles. I mean, there's a few that you could get down. But the cue ball's got to fall in just the right spot for most of them. So.
Yep. Viking accidentally pots a ball. Kirk with a tough cross bank. He's not going to go for it, it seems. Or is he?
He hit that great.
Yeah, good speed there. Real nice shot. I don't even know if Nick can remove this from his position. I don't think he can.
So,
Do you think he can?
I think it's hard to tell, but the champ Ronnie was actually just teaching me a shot to get a ball like that out of the pocket.
Really?
Not from this cue ball position. Though. So
Okay.
I don't think he can get it out of there right now. But even as much as that ball looks like you can't get it out, apparently there is a way to get it out.
Sweet. Must probably got to compress the rail a good amount there. And really, really fantastic shot by the Viking. That's pretty clutch. Nick Coppola should be able to take the lead here. Good to have you in the commentary booth. Helps pass the time more.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Great shot.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're dropping pretty clean.
They watch that one.
Any obvious position here, or just shoot the 12 next?
I think you just have to shoot the 12 next. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably set up to bank the 5. It looks like you could get it to pass the 1 ball, but I think
that's too complicated.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
You got to focus on the pot on the 2,
Yeah.
and then just be happy with what you got. And it looks like the Viking is doing just that.
He's going to dig it. I think he can get underneath it and catch the tit and push it to his side of the table, actually, if he catches it good.
Well done. I mean, better than having it hang there.
Yeah, better than it hanging in the pocket. Didn't leave a shot on it.
Great shot. And Kirk Foley actually doesn't have a shot at anything here, really. I mean, he's got a back shot on the 3, but pretty difficult. He might go for it, though. They are playing all ball fouls.
And that's a foul.
That's a foul. Yo,
The 14th, my kid.
yo, come on.
That's a good call.
Come on.
Move, did it?
Chat.
Move.
I touched it and it rocked.
You got, I mean, come on. Dude, that was a call.
That was a call right
That
there.
was a call, guys. All right.
And out of the nowhere, we are playing all ball fouls, and then he touches the ball.
Dude, I saw he was getting close, and I'm like, let me just say something.
That's a good call right there.
You think he's going to roll this forward a good amount just so Kirk doesn't have a shot on the 12?
Yeah.
And look at
He's
this.
going to drain it in the hole,
Look at
actually,
this.
and leave himself perfect. So
Wow. Fantastic shot. Let's take a look again at that real nice shot by the Viking. So Kirk doesn't have a shot on the 12.
yeah.
And look at
He's
this.
going to drain it in the hole,
Look at
actually, and
this.
leave himself perfect. So.
With
I didn't
perfect
see it.
position.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real tough ball to make, jack up over the ball like that.
I appreciate
Yep.
it. Sometimes you don't see it. Now, if you see me touch something that I touched it, tell me.
If I touch something, I know I touched it.
Take a shot here.
The players are still discussing the foul, the ball in hand on touching the 14. Kirk Foley says, if I touch something, I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but I caught it before Kirk did. I caught it before Kirk.
Yeah.
Yep, Kirk should go for the 4-ball. You know, Kirk started off strong this rack, and he even came back from being down like 0-5 in the last rack. He's a good one-pocket player.
No, he's
but maybe not good enough today so far. Oh, yeah, Nick's been getting close with those.
So it might not be that well known, but like the people that know Nick know, like he enjoys one pocket and he competes. Like he plays the Derby City one pocket. He's never done anything of note really, but he's played good players and given them a fight. Right?
Awesome.
So it's not
beating Nick Coppola in one pocket unless you're ready for it. It's probably going to be difficult.
Yeah, obviously Ronnie's going to be the favorite against him, but not too many other people here are just an odds-out favorite to take him down in a game of one pocket.
Anyone else in Rochester you'd say would be a favorite against Nick in one pocket?
You always have to be leery of the strong shooters. So
because the skills translate.
Yeah, so guys like Sean and Case, I don't know that they'd be outright favorites against them in a game of one pocket, but
it'd be even.
They could definitely win because it's just their shooting ability, and if you make a mistake, they could put.
Yeah, they're both great bankers, potters.
Yeah.
Need a break I need.
Get to the rail.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh my God!
Very lucky.
The Viking with unbelievable luck today. Let's take a look at that again. Kirk Foley likely to just play safe here. Let's see this shot.
You make a mistake, they could put.
Yeah, they're both great bankers, potters.
Need
Yeah.
a break I need.
Get to the rail.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh my! That's got to make someone sick.
Yeah. Completely misses the ball.
As the cue ball is on the way back, Kirk's like, man, I think this is the break I need. And then it nicks the 9 ball and hits a rail.
Leaves Kirk no shot.
Oh, that's rough.
That is-
Look at this.
Oh,
No way. Good attempt.
it's a good attempt.
Oh, man.
And then I think also back to the original question, I think Dan too. You have to worry about Dan because Dan is
Dan's a good shooter.
a good shooter and he likes one pocket, so you'd have to.
Off the one?
Like I said, I don't know that I'm going. Oh yeah, they're absolutely gonna beat Nick or
No,
anything
just
like that. They're
like a 50-50.
yeah.
Case especially, he's probably the biggest wild card
Yeah, he is.
out of anyone.
Yeah.
That guy, got to watch out for him. Ooh, almost went good into the 4 ball.
Thought you got just enough kickoff there for it to go.
Yeah, Case's firepower. When Case is on, his firepower is just absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, I agree. Did you see his performance against Ron Costanza?
Did.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Shooting completely nuts. I think the first set he beat Ronnie like 11-4 or something. Outrageous.
It is crazy to think about. But yeah.
Like who's doing that here?
Yeah. Like, you know, Sean and Dan, they're capable of winning a set against Ronnie, but like it's normally not going to be a blowout.
Right.
Ronnie will grind it out and keep it close.
Yep.
Is this something you run into a lot?
We're back.
All right.
All right. Well, sorry for any interruption in the live stream. Internet went down temporarily. My tenant requested a refund of $25 for sending me food. Should I wait till tomorrow?
Are they a good tenant?
Yeah, they always pay.
And I'd give it back to them quite quick.
All right, I just did.
I have a few other people I know in the rental business. When they say getting a good tenant is a
Yeah, it's a pain.
yeah.
And did we miss any scoring while the internet went down?
Kirk just made a ball.
Okay.
Hey, somebody made a couple.
Yeah,
balls.
someone made another one. Maybe Kirk. I'll go check. Every time I walk outside, Nick Coppola looks at me like, "What do you want?" I walk outside and he's always like,
What are you doing?
I'm like, "Man, just checking the score." Very jerky stroke there. Leaves a shot for Kirk. Kirk with several comeback opportunities. Every time he's down, he's done well to stay in the game.
Yeah. He's gonna soon pocket this 10 ball here. That'll make it 5-4. Oh, he missed it. That's rough. He might have corner huffed him. No, looks like he's okay. Yeah, I think he's corner hooked because he looks like he's spinning a little bit. Yeah, did not prevent him from making the ball.
Great shot by the Viking.
It was a lot straighter than I thought it was. I thought he was going to.
You think the 13 clears the 9 here? Should. What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
The way he's getting down on it and shooting it, I'm pretty sure it does.
And the Viking able to make it 2-0.
Did you pop that ball over the night?
Combo? Yeah, it was there. It was because it was back cut. I could hit the top half of the 9-ball.
The Vikings still saying back cut. We're gonna slowly.
Gonna have to correct him on that.
Yeah.
I would have never shot that
Hit
shot.
T down here to.
Yeah. Let him know what's up.
I didn't like the shot.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I can't get that ball back in
I think
anyway.
that rack is loud.
Yeah. Big
I was
thanks
trying
to
I overhit
Paul
that
Jacob,
because the first
better
one,
known
because I was
as
trying to leave
Jake
the cue
Paul,
on the rail,
for letting us use
obviously not
his
bring the ball in the middle of the table.
Delta 13 aluminum machined rack. He would be a great salesman for that company. Now it's probably a good time to mention we do have Feder Gorst coming here to Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York on August 3rd. Right after this break, I'm going to show you guys the flyer.
That's cool.
Yeah, nice break.
Kirk has an interesting break.
Yeah, August 3rd, Feder Gorst coming here. It's going to be on a Sunday. All of our VIP experiences are completely sold out, so big thanks to all of our supporters. That's something. What a shot. Holy smokes.
Now the question is there anything offensive in the rack for him?
Yeah, well, everybody stay up, man. Just me and him. So,
Drone Shots in the live chat says, get Feder Gorst to come on some night as a co-host on your live stream. Would be good, but I'm not sure if Feder has the time while he's here. He's going to be pretty busy entertaining our VIP guests. While the Viking is analyzing this, let's take a look at that bank shot by Kirk Foley one more time. What a shot. Holy.
Oh,
We got back
lucky.
just in time for Nick Coppola to groan.
I thought you were going to pull.
And that 12 ball is going to be in unless Ron Cosanzio has a way for you to get this one out too. Does he?
I don't. It was a very specific shot he showed me. I think that one might be a little too in the jaws, but
Okay. You think Kirk's going to try to go into the rack here, or is there a shot on like the 9-5? Maybe not quite.
looks like he's just drawing around. Maybe the 9-5 does.
I don't think it does, but
Yeah, no, it looks
he
like
may
it.
just shoot it to freeze the cue ball on the rack.
That's not what.
That's not what he wanted. But
I think he's still okay.
still pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That 3-1 is pretty on. But too early to think about the 3-1, given the position.
Oh, go ahead.
Kirk Foley says, "Oh, go ahead," as the cue ball catches the edge of the side pocket there. If it were me, I would just shoot into the rack.
Yeah.
Find a way. You know, because you're not going to leave yourself with much here. That that object ball can't be removed. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the part you have to concern yourself with, though, is that when you go into the rack without having much planned for how you're going into the rack, is you can very easily leave your opponent in a very good position without a defensive shot for you to take afterwards. Right? So he could hit that rack, push a ball or two towards Kirk pocket that he could no longer get to because he gets blocked by something in the rack.
True.
So it's an issue if you're not certain how it's going to react, where you're going to hit.
So look, the reason why I say that for the previous shot is because that ball, the 12 ball that was sitting in that corner, it's not going anywhere. And he had a nice, I feel like he had a couple good options to where he could leave that cue ball towards the right, down on the short rail, while opening up the cluster towards his end. Because you shoot the 12 into your corner, and then you're left with nothing. But case by case basis, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I'm doing over here.
Oh, Vikings got a point.
Kicking at this or thinning it?
Oh,
Good shot. Still.
close.
Might have left the bank on the 2 ball, though.
I think it's too risky to go for. You can remove both. Right here. Am I missing a point?
Yes, somebody's got one more. We're bad scorekeepers. Yeah. There's a mistake there by Kirk. Pretty easy bank on the 10 ball here. Another really good bank by Kirk right there.
Winning culture. I thought I could do that. No, we're gonna open
That's
it
a really good bank by Nick there. Looks like he has position to cut this 8-ball down. He chooses to do so.
Did you win it? I won one.
Fiddlesticks, I left my drink over there again.
What do you want? I'll get it. What is it?
It's at the table.
I'll get it.
Overcuts the 8-ball.
Raspberry vodka and what? I got a, whatever this is, water.
Sure.
That is a pretty big mistake by Kirk there.
You have to go.
Oh, don't do that.
Nick returns the favor. Kirk an easy shot on the 3-ball.
So let's say you get to choose who gets up.
No, I don't want another.
All right. Let's get this started. Get out. Larry. And red eye. You're not on my team. I don't give a flying drink by mistake. I said I don't give a frying drink, but you do. I want to stay. We're doing now. Jason wants to play. Yeah. I don't want to stay. No, on my team, I don't care.
Good dig out by Kirk there. Nick still has a shot on this 1-ball.
Go take over. You gotta release.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yep.
Go ahead, Jason.
spell it out.
A little fortunate there to not have left Kirk an easy cut on the 5.
Hey, Parker.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. 1 minute. 0, 1, 0. Falling in.
Another really good bank shot for Kirk. He gives himself a shot to end the rack here.
Okay, but what? Wait a minute. How many innings? Got 1, 2.
And he misses it. Wow.
Got 1, 2, 0.
0, 2, 1.
Hold on.
First ball. No, too much. Way too much.
Nick hits that a little bit too hard and ends up leaving Kirk another bank on the 4 ball here. Been hitting banks really well.
Okay, 0, 2, 1. Ace and play, right? Okay. We're good. No. Why do I do this to myself?
Misses it and leaves Nick a shot on the 8 ball.
He's ready for Iran. Looks like this himself.
It looks like he's thinking about the tough cut on the 5. He is. Try to shoot this 5 ball down table.
You think he's ready for Iran?
Really good shot there. Good shot on the 4. Another good shot on the 8, but doesn't leave himself.
Babied it. Freaking babied it, man. Hey, we're over there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really good shots there, and some not so good ones in between them.
Yeah, I was talking to Christine Strong, our tournament director, about hosting a tournament revolving around Federer's
I gotta let
appearance.
the cue ball go if I do it.
And
so.
I think we've got something locked in.
I don't really
nice.
want to
So
let
it's
the
going
cue
to be
ball
really,
go.
really fun. The Viking, with a couple of consecutive great shots, scores 7-7. Kirk Foley was up 7-4, was it?
7-4.
And the Viking comes back in crazy fashion. Drone Shots in the live chat says cue ball down to the right corner, and you called it exactly.
Yep.
Drone Shots seems to be not all talk. Good call. So we have this tournament revolving around Fedor Gorst. It's going to begin on August 2nd and end on August 3rd. It's going to be a big table.
Drained it, man. Perfect. Oh, man.
And Kirk Foley nearly
Hit
sinks
it fucking
the
great.
15 ball.
Right around it all day.
What an
Yeah,
attempt.
he did it great, man.
That's the whole difference,
I
probably.
didn't like where I left it. I was trying
This
to leave
tournament
that ball
revolving around
here.
Fedor Gorst is going to begin August 2nd. It's going to be big table, 9 ball, race to 7, limited to 24 people. Buy-ins, I believe, are going to be around 60 or 70 bucks. And the semifinals and the finals are going to be played on Sunday. And we should be able to get Fedor Gorst to hand you a trophy at the end, which is going to be freaking awesome.
That would be
I
great.
mean, when's the last time you got handed a trophy by Fedor Gorst?
Well, I don't know the last time I got handed a trophy, so.
But yeah, for anyone listening, it's going to be quite the event.
It actually might have been before I knew Fedor Gorst was a pool player, so.
When was the last time you got a trophy? No way.
Oh.
That was good. That was looking real good.
Hell of an attempt.
Yeah, I mean, a little less power and it would have gone, right?
I think so. The
was-
left power would have let it take a little more English off of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would have been nuts.
Would have been a heck of a way to end this.
Yeah, and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Kirk Foley here really wants to win at least one rack.
Right.
You know, they're actually playing per rack tonight.
I do know that. Yes.
So a little bit different, but mutually agreed upon. It's going to be a significant loss if it's a 3-0 score.
Nope. Cut that.
Kirk Foley with the bank.
Yeah, he wants it to get past the side.
No bank.
Eh,
I don't
close.
think so.
It's close. No, yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't think so.
Yeah.
What can Kirk come up with here? And the Viking with the shot of his own now.
Yeah, that's,
This is a very high percentage bank here.
yeah, I mean, I definitely like Nick's chances to make this. I'd put it over 50%, so.
Drone Shots in the live chat says he can do it for Captain Kirk. Might be too late with the comment.
He hit that ball really short.
Kirk with another chance.
What's that?
Up there.
Yeah, it changes it.
What's the Viking got here?
It looks like he's trying to line up the two-railer. I'm not the best banker in the world, so not,
You know, the most important thing here is to hit it at the right pace.
right, make sure you don't leave
That's
a
all.
shot for Kirk. It's more important than winning the rack right now. Caught it significantly thinner than he wanted to, and
Still, good leave.
definitely not the worst result.
Drone Shots in the live chat says the Viking was taking a look at the two-railer. Tough to not leave a bank at all.
It's very tough to not leave a bank.
But he does it.
So there is a bank here.
What is it?
It's a tough shot. You can thin the ball. You can thin the ball and cross it.
Man, Viking ain't going for that. Or is he?
No, he went for the two-railer.
That would That's actually on point.
Yeah, it's
Holy smokes, that was going.
a little more pace.
That was going. But you know what's funny is this shot right here. Kirk Foley was practicing this shot, the two-railer here, right before Nick Coppola got in.
And that might be right in the hole. No?
It was actually a slightly different shot. That was a straight-on bank.
Probably Mom.
He's going to keep going for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Off the cue ball.
Thought I hit it better, I hit it worse.
Drone shots in the live chat says table at the end rolls bad. Man, you roll bad.
I saw what he was talking about, though. What is that, the 13? I can't.
That's the 15.
15. When it was slowing down at the very end, it just kind of took like a little bit of a turn.
All right, drone shots. I believe you. I can't talk too much crap about my only one pocket fan.
Got to keep him around.
I gotta keep drone shots around, man.
What is going to the wrong pocket?
And this is going to be game for Kirk Foley here. He's going to be able to take this third rack.
What's that?
Worst shot of the night.
Literally hit that bank to make it for Kirk.
And Kirk Foley sinks it. Well done.
You are fucking killing me. This is too much for my old arm to take.
All right, the players seem to be taking a break here. But very well timed considering it's been 2 hours. No rush. Nice break to start us off by the Viking. Drone shots in the live chat says all right to Captain Kirk winning his first game. All right, indeed.
Kirk's definitely happy with it, that's for sure.
The 12-10 seems to go. Yeah, that's dead on. Bank shot on the 5. Very makeable here.
No, I'm good. I still got some coffee. Thanks.
Well, Nick, you should have made it last time.
Right?
Nice shot by Nick. Score is 1-0.
Yeah. Look at that. I think I'm jinxing him. I think anytime I say I expect him to make a ball, he butchers it, so I'll stop saying it.
Nick Coppola likely to miss the next 7 shots.
I was fucking trying, man. I was trying.
Shooting good. Really good.
I almost tried to bank that like that, 4 rails, like that. And I was like, nah.
My
Yeah,
neck hurts
yeah,
right
not
now
the
from
ones I
getting
wanted.
choked out in jiu-jitsu multiple times yesterday.
That
Got
sounds
to
like
crack it a couple times.
the last.
Yeah, that was good.
I wanted to try and fuck her up on my first shot. I missed it.
Is that a fly?
That is a fly.
That is a thick fly. Very thick. Oh, dude.
I'm a little confused by that.
What happened?
So Kirk just pushed the 14 ball, but he just left the cue ball.
Like this?
Yeah, he just left the cue ball like this. I don't know what he was trying. It was.
Well, Corey, you know how we were saying that we need to keep drone shots around? We may not, because we got Genesee Ben in the live chat. Genesee Ben says at drone shots is not alone. I play one pocket as well.
Nice.
All right, so now I can talk a little more crap to drone shots without fear of him leaving, because I've got Genesee Ben.
I mean, one pocket. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game to play. It is not necessarily a great game to watch in length.
And you know what? One pocket is a highly skilled game. The best of the best play it. Just, I only got so much time. Genesee Ben in the live chat says, fire away. Well, Genesee Ben, you're not the one I'm trying to roast. Or are you?
I'll give you $1.298 for that.
Bruh. Bruh.
Mike is having some technical difficulties right now.
There you go. Drone Shots in the live chat says, I want to see you play Ronnie in one pocket. You talking to me, Michael Lynn? Well, you want to see me get killed? I got a better chance at 9-ball.
Ronnie would also like to see you play him.
Yeah, both Drone Shots and Ronnie on the same page there.
Ronnie would love for anybody in this pool to play in one pocket.
Yep. And that's going to be a rough cue ball for Kirk. He's perfect on the 9-ball. Should be able to make this no problem. Maybe roll it forward for like some sort of bank on the beauty fouls.
No, it stays because it's foul.
The Viking fouls, that is ridiculous.
Bound to come up.
I was about to say he might have even had angled to stun over to just cut the 8-ball in the pocket, but he touched the ball.
Yeah, these guys got to pay more attention,
And then
especially Kirk. Relatively easy cut on the 2-ball. Misses it. Drone Shots in the live chat says, now who's roasting who?
It looks like he's looking at the camera.
Nick was looking at the camera?
It looked like it.
Nick getting sharked by table 10.
Pittsburgh didn't have it.
Yeah, it's not bad though. The cue ball sits on the rail.
Genesee Ben in the live chat says, all ball fouls, one pocket is weird. I've never played that way. Well, the players discussed the rule set in the beginning, and Kirk, the higher ranked player in the top 15 list, chooses the rule set. So that's what we went with. It did bite Kirk in the butt earlier. The Viking pays it back. That was a good attempt.
Yeah. Good attempt. I think he left the 8 ball.
Big fly. Very.
Having a good time right up there by the overhead camera. You'd have thought it would move on by now, but no.
Yeah, this thing's huge. Nice shot by Kirk with the leave on the 2.
Wow, that was a really good shot.
Yeah, well done. Genesee Ben in the live chat says there's a lot of meat on that fly.
It's a chunky one.
I'm glad you find it very appetizing, Ben. Look at this thing go. Kirk misses the 2. Yo, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
This is some good stuff going on here.
That was the easiest shot of the entire match.
It definitely wasn't the hardest shot in the match, that's for sure. I mean, we all miss dumb things. I can't say too much, but I mean.
All right, Kirk. Kirk's cue ball's really rough.
He keeps getting a lot of spin on the ball, and I don't know if he's meaning to do it or not, but it's causing it to run a real long way.
I mean, his cue ball's been all right like these past couple sets, and look at Nick Coppola. Can't cut the forehand. Say something, Corey. What do you think about Nick's shot on the 4 ball there?
You know, I'm sure you've heard the old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
This isn't that type of scream.
It's not that. Well, then he sucks. He needs to make a freaking ball.
Well said, Corey. Same to Kirk. Drone Shots in the live chat says kick the 5. The 5 has been potted. Thank you, Drone Shots. Connected. Connected.
Some high quality stuff going on here.
Look at this.
That is a good shot there.
That's a good shot.
Good safety shot.
Yeah, tomorrow actually I'm going to have a direct Ethernet instead of into this black box above the room. It's going to go directly into the router, so no more problems soon enough. All right, Nick, give us a reason. Give us a reason on why you're going to miss. Nice fly. What the heck?
He's still there. This should be. Four balls should.
5 should
guaranteed.
go.
5 should go, and then there's 6 because that 11 ball is in a nice banking spot.
Do you think the players noticed the fly?
I think it's too high for him. I think he's up near the camera. Based on how big he is on that screen, if that fly is down near the table, it's absolutely gigantic.
And this should be game. Like, Nick Coppola should be able to get to at least 7 here. I mean, at least 6.
Yeah.
At least 6. And then knock out the 3, probably.
Yeah. Should make this.
Actually, position on 12 is a little tricky here. I mean, you should be able to just stun back, but like, it's easy to undershoot the power.
I think he has. Again, I'm bad at telling the angle, but from here, it does look like he has the perfect angle to stun it up.
Okay.
To get above, but
yeah, let's see. Oh, he went the other way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was that what you were visualizing?
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Coppola at 6, right?
Yes.
He's at 7, guys.
He's a little upset with himself. He wanted to get down further.
For me, I would just shoot the 3 out and play the long game at this point. What do you think? Go for the 11 cross bank, or it's too risky with the scratch?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. Yeah, the scratch is definitely too much
of a factor.
Of a factor there.
He gives Kirk Foley an easy shot, relatively easy shot on the 11. But Kirk is going to have a hard time making position.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't really have anything that banks at his pocket. One rail. Doesn't have an angle to just go up table real easily. I mean, he can do it. It's just a tough shot. He chooses to hit it soft.
Just go for the pot.
Yeah.
All right, Kirk, if you come back in this, I got a free beer for you.
So he might be able to bank. Is the 14 the green one here?
Yep, it is.
Might be able to bank that 14 ball.
And what is this? Back shot on the 7. Can he see the 14? No.
He cannot see the 14. He might be able to cut the 3. It's hard to think.
I don't think that's the shot.
He looks like he's going to bank the 6 is what he's looking at right now.
Careful with the cue ball. We could have a new number 6 ranked player after this rack is over.
Yep.
This rack actually went super quick.
Yeah.
It's only been like under 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Feels like a lot longer. How did he hit it?
Ooh. Off the cue ball. Come on, man.
And he leaves the bank.
Yeah, Kirk's got a bank on the 7 with a couple follow-up shots if he makes it. But he could leave a cut on the 14 for the Viking.
He could leave. Yeah, I mean, there's a few shots that could get left here. But you're down. I mean, you're down 7-2 with nothing.
Nice shot.
It's a little bit straight on this 2 ball.
Just settle for the bank on the 14, probably.
Yeah.
It's a good shot, either way. Kirk really just focusing on the pot. 0 on position. We have our 3rd One Pocket viewer in the live chat, Justin Nilsson. What's up, Justin?
Justin, you are a little late to the party, bud.
Well,
that's not what he wanted.
And the Viking is going to get that ball spotted, and he's going to be able to sink this to win his 3rd game as well as the match.
And it's over.
Congratulations to the Viking. We got a new number 6 in town. Let's get him in here for a quick post-match interview.
100.
Justin Nilsson in the live chat says, is that bodyguard Corey in the booth? It is. And we're going to get the Viking in here shortly.
Yeah.
You made most of your banks. There's a difference.
I adjusted from yesterday.
He made all the banks. I didn't. He made almost every bank. I said almost everything, but he made a lot of them. Mine were all coming up short, and they were hanging. I was hitting Mcguire.
All right. I am here with Nick Coppola, the Viking. What's up?
What's happening?
Really well done against
Thank
Kirk
you,
today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think of your game?
It was up and down, just like yesterday. I did a lot of things good. At second rack, I had some fumbles there.
Yep.
He probably should have been out a few times. He gave me too many chances.
Yeah, Kirk surprisingly had missed a couple real easy shots.
Yeah.
And made some real questionable, thin cuts with losing the cue ball.
Yeah, he lost the cue ball a few times. He took shots they're kind of high risk if you miss them, but
Yeah.
they're ones that he still should make. And then he banks good, but he was off a little bit banking. Gave me a couple more chances, and then I came back in that second rack or third rack. Should have been up 3-0, and set should have been over. And
Yeah.
but that's all right.
Kirk did a good job winning that one game that he did. I thought you were going to take that one as well, but Kirk was able to fight his way back.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, he was winning that rack, and then I made mistakes early, and then he didn't punish me when I made the mistake.
Right.
So then when you give me more chances, I was able to get to 7, and I ended up making the mistake on the last ball and hung it out there for him. But that was a good rack both ways. We both played some good shots. We both played some good safes.
Yeah, Corey Payne was in here doing some live commentary with me today. He was definitely having a good time talking about your game.
I bet he was.
He did mention that you're actually a very experienced one pocket player. Not a lot of people know, but you do compete in it.
Yeah.
What's your experience like?
I played in Derby City several times. The one pocket there. I play everybody one pocket. That's
Cool.
A lot of games with Ronnie, just playing even, just donating to him to tell me what to do while we're playing, so that I can learn some of the shots. A lot of it's cue ball control, which is kind of some of that is what Kirk was struggling with,
Right.
and usually does. Is that's if he leaves me open, a lot of times I can get out or run a bunch and do something to hide the ball. protect my balls.
One pocket is one of those rare games where, like the other games of pool, you worry more about the pot than position.
Yeah,
In,
this one's a cue ball.
In one pocket, it's really all cue ball.
Yeah.
Who cares if you pot the ball as long as the cue ball is inconvenient enough for your opponent.
Yep, and it depends who you're putting. Like Kirk Banks good. So there were several times, like especially that third rack, where I sold out because I played like a halfway decent shot, but I left him a bank that he's, the favorite to hit. So he ended up making a couple of them, and then, even though I got back to the table, he still punished me in that regard. So it's tough. And you play guys like Ronnie, or you play someone that plays one pocket really well. There's a lot of 2 and 3 rail banks you got to watch out for when you leave the cue ball that you might not see.
Plus, practicing one pocket with a guy like Ron Costanzo, when you go from playing Ronnie to anyone else, you feel like you have a big room for I don't know, for error. Almost.
Yeah, different. Like
you're not going to get punished the same.
Yeah. Ronnie he's not going to miss his cue ball isn't going to be bad where he leaves you easy shots or easy banks. Like if he leaves you something, it's going to be something that's difficult that you probably shouldn't shoot. And he was good. All the times I played with Ronnie, we just play even. I'll donate 20 or 30, 40 bucks, and he'll tell me what he's doing and why, and what I should do, and he still kick the crap out of me. But
no, that's awesome to hear.
It's well worth the money because he's gonna tell you exactly what you're supposed to do with that ball, The difference is his cue ball is fantastic.
Yep.
So you got to get a good cue ball to play that game.
Yeah, so congrats. You're the new number 6 ranked player in the Rochester's top 15 players list. Do you have any
Thank
interest in playing Jake Jackson or T. Tam coming up?
Sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
Any preference?
Yeah, tell T he's next.
Sounds good. Well, congrats once again, and look forward to commentating your next match.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
For anyone in the live stream, thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.